Welcome back. Kindly silence your phones as we resume the second half of the evening. Thank you so much. We now resume the Margam.
Kirtanam Tiro Tiro Javarala. Tiro Tiro Javarala is a lilting composition of Sri Annamacharya, which celebrates the graceful and charming Devi, goddess Lakshmi. With the dazzling twinkling stars that deck the goddess as her jewelry, the youthful maiden sparkles as she sways, spins, and skips in rhythm, along with the radiant diamond-like glint of her star-studded earrings, bangles, and necklaces. Her face shines with youthful joy, highlighting her divine beauty. While her jewels glitter like a flash of lightning, her face has the gentle glow of the soothing moon. The jingle of her bangles complement her rhythmic movement. Surely the steadfast and stoic lord of the 7 hills lost his heart just to the graceful sound of her delicate anklets. For their bond was preordained and inevitable. Such is the intimate connection between Lord Vishnu and Goddess Lakshmi, that the goddess who stole his heart resides in his, much like the interlinking chains on their swing as the Lord and his consort sway together, seated side by side. As Goddess Lakshmi sways, so do her jewelry in synchronous movement. Devotees delight at this divine endearment of the universal parents. Please, Mother, bless us all with your sidelong glance, for it will fill our hearts with immeasurable happiness. This playful kirtanam is preceded by 2 slokas that describe Goddess Lakshmi's beauty and compassion. The slokas portray thus: O Mother Padmavati, I made this garland with utmost love, adoration, and devotion for you. Hear our plea, Mother, and please bless us all. O Mother, your lotus-like face delights at the fully blossomed lotuses that surround you. Your beautiful eyes, that are shaped like lotus petals themselves, and your dazzling smile decorate your face that is as blemishless as the lotus upon which you alight. Protect me, O Mother, protect me, O consort of Lord Padmanabha. Goddess Lakshmi, the queen of Lord Hari, the epitome of all virtues, the most precious and priceless of all fortunes. We bow to you. Bless us, Mother, for you are Lord Chandra, the moon god's sister. You have as your peers Goddess Saraswati and Goddess Durga. You expunge the darkness of poverty, blessing your hapless devotees with auspiciousness and plenty. Kirtanam Tiro Tiro Javarala in Gambhira Nate, Ekatalam, composed by Sri Annamacharya. The preceding verses in Sanskrit and Telugu, Padmavati Shlokam and Harikin Pattapu Devi Padyam, were set to tune by Sri Vignesh Ravichandran.
माता पद्मिनिये पद्मरागरुचिरे पद्मप्रसूनानने पद्मे पद्मवनस्थिते परिलसत्पद्माक्षी पद्मालये पद्ममोहिनी पद्मरागरुचिरे पद्मप्रसूनार्चिते पद्मोलासिनी पद्मनाभनिलये पद्मालये पाहि मां रक्ष मां देवी पद्मे। हरिकिं पट्टपुदेवी पुण्ये मूलप्रोभु अर्थं भूपेण्णिक चंदुरुस्तो बुट्टुवु భారతీ గిరిసుతతో నాడు పూబోడి తామరలండుండేడి ముద్దరాలు జగముల్ మన్నిచ్చు నెల్లాలు బాసురతన్ లేములు వాపుతల్లే సిరిగిట్లు నిత్య కళ్యాణముల్ సిరిగిచ్చు నిత్య కళ్యాణముల్ తిరో తిరో జవరాల దిత్తిత్తిత్తి తిరో తిరో జవరాల దిత్తిత్తిత్తి ఈ తరళమైన నీ తారహార మధురే తిరో తిరో జవరాల దిత్తిత్తిత్తి ఈ తరళమైన నీ తారహార మధురే తిరో తిరో జవరాల దిత్తిత్తిత్తి తిరో తిరో జవరాల దిత్తిత్తిత్తి సత్సని సగస మగస సత్సని సగస పమగస సత్సని సగస మగస సత్సని సగస పమగస సగ గమ గమ పని పాపని నిస పని సగ మాగసాని పమగసని సగగ సగమమ్మ దిమి దిమ్మి తొంగ తొంగ దిద్దిమిక్కియారే మమారే పాతారావు మజ్జా మజ్జా దిమి దిమ్మి తొంగ తొంగ దిద్దిమిక్కియారే మమారే పాతారావు మజ్జా మజ్జా కమలనాభుని తమ కపుతింది నీకు కమలనాభుని తమ కపుతింది నీకు అమరేది రూపు ఇదే అవదరించగదో కమలనా మెరుపుಗಿದೆ అవతరించగదో తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి నీ తరళమైన నీ తారహార మధురే తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి సని సగస మగస సని సగస పమగస సని సగస మగస సని సగస పమగస సగ గమ గమ పని పావని నిస పని సగ మాగ సాని పామగ సని సగ సగమమ్మ జగ జక్క జం జం జనకి నాని ప్రకటపు మురువోపే బళా బళా జగ జక్క జం జం జనకి నాని ప్రకటపు మురువోపే బళా బళా సకలపతికి సరసపు గొమ్మ సకలపతికి సరసపు గొమ్మ నీ మొక సిరి మెరసే చిమ్ముల మురి పెమ్ముల సకలపతికి సరసపు గొమ్మ నీ మొక సిరి మెరసే చిమ్ముల మురి పెమ్ముల తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి ఈ తరళమైన నీ తారహార మధురే తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి సగత్స మగత్స పమగత్స నిబమగత్స సగత్స మగత్స పమగత్స నిబమగత్స సగత్స సమగత్స పమ సనిప సని సనిబమగ నిబమగసని రగగజాగ మాయి మాయి అలమేలు మంగానాంచారి మాయి మాయి అలమేలు మంగానాంచారి మదిబాయని వెంకటపతి పట్టపురాణి మాయి మాయి అలమేలు మంగానాచారి మదిబాయని వెంకటపతి పట్టపురాణి మ్రోయ సిరుగజ్జలని మ్రోతాలనేని మ్రోయ సిరుగజ్జలని మ్రోతాలనేని సోయగమైన నీ సొలపు చూపమరే మ్రోయ సిరుగజ్జలని మ్రోతాలనేని సోయగమైన నీ సొలపు చూపమరే తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి ఈ తరళమైన నీ తారహార మధురే తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి ఈ తరళమైన నీ తారహార మధురే తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి తిరు తిరు జవరాల దిత్తి
Now I would like to introduce our flautist for the evening, Shri N. Vishweshwar. Vishweshwar is an All India Radio A-graded artist from Chennai. He has performed over 1,000 concerts in the past 12 years at several reputed sabhas and wedding receptions. He had his initial training in vocal and flute from his maternal grandfather, Sri Singanallur Ramaraja, disciple of flute maestro Sangeeta Kalanidhi Sri Palladam Sanjeev Rao. He then continued his training from Srimati R.S. Jayalakshmi, a senior Veena artist and musicologist. He was awarded the Best Instrumentalist Prize at the age of 14 by the Music Academy Chennai for his performance during the Spirit of Youth concert series. He has received several other awards, including Venu Illai Mamani, Vain Kural Ilaval, Bala Kala Ratna, and is a recipient of an Indian government CCRT scholarship. He pursued higher education at Cornell University and currently lives in New Jersey.
Now, we're going to have a different kind of a performance, a Western flute by Adrishya sister Seisha.
Thank you so much, Saisha, for that wonderful performance. Introducing the next Kirtanam, Araga Araga. With the magnificent image of the ever-handsome Lord imprinted vividly in my mind, I come with my hands folded in prayer. I have come to catch a glimpse of my Lord, who resides in the sanctum sheltered by the dense canopy of the Aragar hills. I have come to savor his glorious form, bearing the conch, the Sudarshana chakra, the mighty mace, and the blooming lotus. My Lord, who descended to instill himself and grace the Aragar temple, and was worshipped by the dacoit king and his army. I sanctify myself by taking a holy dip in the Nupura Ganga water that gently bathes the sacred ground beside the temple, and meditate upon my Lord, just as Manduka Rishi did, oblivious to sage Durvasa standing beside him. Affronted upon being ignored thus, sage Durvasa cursed him, transforming him into a frog who could only be delivered by Lord Vishnu himself. And Lord Vishnu came, riding downhill on horseback, to redeem Manduka Rishi from his curse. And here I have come, my heart brimming with anticipation of a glimpse of the Lord in all his beauty. I meditate upon his form, steadfast, with no other desire except that my Lord will hear my plea and extend his arms that span the entire universe to reach down and uplift me, to deliver me. For hearing their plea, he rushed to their aid in their hour of need. He dove down to the depths of the ocean as Varaha to deliver Mother Bhudevi. As Narasimha, he erupted from the stone pillar to protect Prahalada from his demonic father Hiranyakashipu. As Vamana, he delivered heaven and earth from the threat of Bali gaining power over the entire universe. As Krishna, he enlightened Arjuna, who struggled to resolve his moral dilemma, deluded by the illusion that he was the doer, who would kill his family elders, his teacher, and enact the carnage of countless warriors. At what cost did he need to seek victory? Lord Krishna helped him rediscover the path of righteousness and empowered him to follow his dharma as a kshatriya. And as Krishna, he enabled all jivas, average people, saints, devas alike, to realize the Paramatma. For all creations could lose themselves as they contemplated upon his mesmerizing form. And now, here I am, yearning for his grace and refuge. Will he hear me? Nadandu nadandu, un sannidhi vandeen, nadan un natral, niral tarayo. Dear Lord, hear my plea. I come to you fatigued and scorched by my long and tiring journey of endless births, seeking shelter and shade at your feet. I come to you in fervent anticipation, for I have heard of your glory, that you never let down any devotee who yearns for your grace. You rushed to rescue Gajendra from the jaws of the crocodile. You delivered Draupadi from humiliation and injustice. You have never failed to aid the destitute. Does my desperate prayer not fall upon your ears that are decked with gem-studded jewelry? Adaikalam, adaikalam yendru, unnai adendeen, abhayakaram tandu, vinay tirayo. As I surrender myself at your feet, will you not extend your strong and merciful arms to gather me up, dispelling my fears with your abhayakaram? As I come to you from afar, hopeful of your mercy, encouraged by stories of your eternal glory, will you not utter with your coral lips the very words that will redeem me? Fear not. Manavanda un pugar pada, மையலுடன் உன்னை நாடி. As I behold your divine form, my mind explodes in song. Singing your praise, my heart races like an intoxicated bee that yearns for the nectar of compassion flowing from your brilliant eyes that decorate your radiant, lotus-like face. Kirtanam, Araga Araga, in Suttada Nyasi Ragam, Kanda Chaputalam, composed by Srimati Ambujam Krishna.
அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். உரையும் அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். உரையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். சோலை உறையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். சோலை உறையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். திருமாலிரும் சோலை உறையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். திருமாலிரும் சோலை உறையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். திருமாலிரும் சோலை உறையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். திருமாலிரும் சோலை உறையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். வழுவாது திருப்பாதும் வழுவாது திருப்பாதம் தொழுதேற்றும் அன்பார்க்கு 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 அருள்வாரிச் சொரிந்து அவருள்ளம் கவரும் அருள்வாரிச் சொரிந்து அவருள்ளம் கவரும் அருள்வாரிச் சொரிந்து அவருள்ளம் கவரும் கல்லழகா அழகா அழகா என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தேன். நடந்து நடந்து உன் சந்நிதி வந்தே நாதன் நற்றாள் நிழல்தாராயோ நாடி நாடி உன் புகழ் கேட்டு வந்தே நாடி நாடி உந்தன் புகழ் கேட்டு வந்தேன் நாடி நாடி உன் புகழ் கேட்டு வந்தேன் நாரணா குரல் உன் செவியுற கேளாயோ அடைக்கலம் அடைக்கலம் என்றுனையடைந்தேன் அபயகரம் தந்து வினை தீராயோ பாடி பாடி உனை போற்றி படியும் எனக்கு பவளவாய் பிறந்து அஞ்சேல் என்று அருளா பாடி பாடி உனை போற்றி படியும் எனக்கு பவழவாய் திறந்து அஞ்சேல் என்று அருளாயோ ஜோதி கமலமென உள்முக தேதிகளும் இரு விழியருள் தேனை அள்ளி அள்ளி முழுது மறை புகழும் திருமார்பில் மலரண்ணை உறைந்திடவே கனவரும் புகழ் பாட மையலோடும் முறை நாடி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தே திருமாலிரும் சோலை உறையும்படி அழகா 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 என்று அழைத்து கை தொழுது வந்தே.
Introducing our mridangist for the evening, Shri A.R. Balaskandan. Shri A.R. Balaskandan is a performer, teacher, and composer of Carnatic violin, mridangam, kanjira, and konakol. As a mridangist, he belongs to the esteemed school of Guru Sri Karekudi Mani of Chennai. Sri Balaskandan has accompanied many top artists such as Sri T.V. Gopalakrishnan, Chitravina Ravikiran, Sri O.S. Tyagarajan, Karnataka Brothers, Bombay Sisters, and Lalgudi Vijayalakshmi. He has performed at prestigious venues in Chennai, India, Europe, and USA, including Lincoln Center, the Lighthouse International Theater, New York, and the Smithsonian Institute, Washington, D.C. Sri Balaskandan is the founder and lead musician of Akshara, a New York City-based percussion and melody ensemble that takes its roots from Carnatic music. He has many music and dance productions to his credit. In 2007 and 2008, he had the distinction of teaching and conducting the first Carnatic student recital at the prestigious Juilliard School of Music. Sri A.R. Balaskandan.
Introducing the percussionist on the Kanjira, Kabilan Jagannathan. Sri Kabilan Jagannathan is learning Mridangam and Kanjira under the guidance of Guru Sri A.R. Balaskandan. Under his Guru's guidance, Kabilan has been performing on both the Mridangam and Kanjira in many cultural programs such as Shruti Laya, Bala Shruti, the Brindavani Festival, Hindu Temple Society of North America, etc. He was blessed to play in his first performance in Orikai, Kanchipuram. He accompanies dancers from organizations such as Shiva Jyoti Dance Academy and Jiva Performing Arts. He regularly accompanies many young upcoming artists and various leading Carnatic artists, such as his vocal guru, Srimati Savatri Ramanand, along with Aparna Balaji, Flute Raman, and the Chinmaya sisters, just to name a few. He also has learned Carnatic vocal music from Srimati Savatri Ramanand from the age of 6. Kabilan is currently studying accounting at Baruch College's Zicklin School of Business. We now request Sri A.R. Balaskandan and Kabilan Jagannathan to perform together.
The next item that Adrishya will perform is Kavadi Chinde. The loyal friend, the Saki, embarks on her mission to find Lord Muruga, to inform him of her beloved friend wasting away in her yearning for him. Determined to reach Lord Muruga at any cost, this young maiden sets off. She has searched far and wide and is pleased to spot the Lord's peacock. Surely the peacock would know where she could find him. To coax the peacock, she picks up a feather that had detached from its gorgeous plumes and obligingly places it back. Convinced that she has pleased him enough, she asks the peacock if he knew where she could find the Lord. Nettled by its seemingly uninterested denial, she snatches the feather back out of the plume and casts it away. Ah, the rooster! The Saki's heart lifts at spotting Lord Muruga's rooster, pecking at grains on the ground. The Lord could not be far away. She rushes to pick up a few scattered grains to ease the rooster's task and asks him if he could tell her where she may find Lord Muruga. Initially thrilled to know that he did indeed, her enthusiasm wanes a little when she realizes that she now needs to scale the tall and treacherous hill to reach him. Still defiant and determined, she starts her climb. Hot, muddied, and exhausted, and several slips and falls later, she reaches the hilltop, mildly annoyed, chiding herself, oh, the things one does for friends. But all of this melts away the moment she spots Lord Muruga. In a burst of excitement, she describes her friend, who has dedicated every instant of her existence to his contemplation. She hastily unfurls palm foils she had brought with her for him to know more about her friend, but none of them would do justice. She goes on about her unmatched beauty that would put celestial maidens to shame. They would grudgingly acknowledge that their beauty paled in her presence and would cast their veils over their faces. Yet, untouched by all of this, her friend had her heart and mind set on her Lord. Food and water were unnecessary for her. She had withdrawn her senses away and inwards. Surely he would come to see her, the Saki pleads to the Lord. Lord Muruga agrees to accompany the maiden to visit her friend. Overjoyed, the Saki turns to leave when she realizes that she would indeed need to appease the peacock that she antagonized in a moment of haste. How foolish of her. She spots the discarded feather on the ground and restores it on its plume. She then beckons the rooster to announce the procession of the magnificent Lord, dressed in his finery, mounted atop the majestic peacock with its brilliant, outstretched plumes as they journey down the hill back to her friend. Kavadi Chinde in Talam, Tishra Nade, composed in Tamil by Sri Madurai R. Muralidharan.
ಮಾದಾ ಕಂದ ಷಣ್ಮುಖ ಷಡಾಕ್ಷರ ವಿನೋದ ಕುರೈಕಾದ ಸೂರರ್ವಾದ ವನ ಸಂಜರಿ வெண்குஞ்சரி சமேத சந்தவரை வந்த குகநாதா பகை யந்தரி மனோன்மணிய மாதா கந்த ஷண்முக ஷடாட்சர வினோத குரைகாதா சூரர்வாதா வன சஞ்சரி வெண்குஞ்சரி சமேதா நாமலையாளாய் கொண்ட கந்தகரவிந்த மலைத்தாளா கல்க சிந்திடும் கதம் பணியும் தோளா நெடுநாளாய் மரவாளாய் உனை தேடும் குயில் பேடுருவும் கேளாய் செந்தமிழன் நாமலையாளாய் கொண்ட கந்த அரவிந்த மலைத்தாளா கல்க செந்திடும் கதம் பணியும் தோளா நெடுநாளாய் மரவாளாய் உனை தேடும் குயில் பேடுருவும் கேளாய் மிகுந்த குழல் மேகம் அவள் சொந்தருதல் இந்துவில் ஓர் பாகம் திருத்தும்புருவும் வில்லோடு ஸ்நேகம் தவயோகம் வென்ற நேகம் வஞ்சம் தஞ்சு விழி நஞ்சிலும் வேகம் சுந்தர மிகுந்த குழல் மேகம் அவள் சொந்தருதல் இந்துவில் ஓர் பாகம் திருத்தும்புருவும் வில்லோடு ஸ்நேகம் தவயோகம் வென்ற நேகம் வஞ்சம் தஞ்ச விழி நந்திலும் வேகம் மேனகையொடு ஊர்வசியின் ராணி செல்வம் மிக்க திருமுக்கிய கலைவாணி இந்த மின்னரசி தன்னுருவம் கண்ணில் நெஞ்சு நாணி மலர்பாணி தலை மீது புவி துத்துழுவர் பேணி மேனகையொடு ஊர்வசியின் ராணி செல்வம் மிக்க திருமுக்கிய கலைவாணி இந்த மின்னரசி தன்னுருவம் கண்ணில் நெஞ்சு நாணி மலர் பாணி தலை மீது புவி துத்துழுவர் பேணி
hope you're enjoying the evening so far. This day has been the most awaited one ever since Adrishya started learning dance. It has been a wonderful 9-year journey for Adrishya and me. It was my dream for Adrishya to learn Bharatanatyam. A little secret is that I wanted her to learn Bharatanatyam because I thought I spotted a Tripataka mudra in her ultrasound. But even if I did not spot one, she would have still learned dance. That's a different story. But anyways, I'm glad that she worked so hard to fulfill my dreams, and today she has reached the start line for a broader spectrum of learning path in this field of art. It is believed that universe helps us achieve what we want from the cues of our own thoughts. And I think I found my path, or Adrishya and me found the path to Shiva Jyoti because of that. And we are blessed to be associated with Teji Auntie. I still remember the first day that I walked Adrishya into the class when she was like 6 years old. And the 10 minutes that I sat into the class, I knew Auntie is going to be her guru. And what a journey it has been. There are so many things that are flashing in my mind. The long dance classes that we used to have, the Thursdays and Fridays, never-ending dance classes. And so many performances and the practices that we used to drive to Queens and Parsi Penny, long drives. It's all so memorable. The friends that I've made with so many, if Shiva Jyoti was like a family, so many friends. And it was just an amazing journey for me. And at the end of all those dance classes, Auntie's choreography used to be like a boost for me. And the learning was always combined with a lot of fun, and that's what made it special. And the whole of last year's journey, Arangetram journey, this is some memory that I can never forget. It has been like it was not easy taking a 60-mile drive to Parsi Penny. I wouldn't say it was an easy journey, but nevertheless, I just loved it. And the working towards this whole of Arangetram, be it doing the invitations, brochures, Auntie encouraged me over and over again so I could bring out the creativity in me. So thank you, Auntie. And the focal point for all of this experience is definitely Teji Auntie. Thank you so much, Auntie. And what can I say about you, Auntie? Your dedication, your passion, the thought process that you put into this art form, it simply amazes me. The creativity of each and every choreography that you do is like so different and so amazing. She has just not taught dance, but she has taught the spiritual connection to this art form, and she has instilled that in the kids, and that is what is more important than anything else, I feel. And she always talks like how you need to, Bharatanatyam is just not an entertainment. It is like something that, where you channelize your internal energies to synchronize with the universal energy. And for these kids to learn this, it might be a little above their thought, but I'm sure all the kids of Shiva Jyoti will know that someday it will get them there and they will know the purpose of learning Bharatanatyam. And just not that, the discipline, the endurance, the perseverance is to take up any challenges for this dance. I think, Auntie, you did an amazing job with Adrishya. Thank you so, so very much. Not just Adrishya, the profound conversations that I've had with you, Auntie, I think I grew as a person in these 9 years. So thank you so much. And thank you, finally, for accommodating on the weekends for practices. And otherwise, I don't know how we would have done this the whole year, sacrificing your personal time. Thank you so, so very much. I would like to call on my parents to honor Teji Auntie now. We have an extremely talented set of artists for the evening today. It was amazing experience to be listening to them at each of the rehearsals. The conversations they had around explaining the jatis and swaras for a zero musical knowledge person like me, it was a little intimidating. And the first rehearsal that we had with Bala sir, and he was talking about how the jatis needs to fall in place, and there's a certain way how the jatis needs to be. I seriously thought calculus was much simpler than the math of music. But definitely, this instigated the yearning in me to learn music. And that is going to be my next venture, I think. It was nice and a great privilege to listen to all these talented artists up close during rehearsals and knowing them personally, admire their passion towards this art, towards their own art, and truly learn how they manage between family, passion, and work. That is something for all of us to learn. I'd like to now call upon our mridangist for the evening, Bala sir. So calm, composed. He's so knowledgeable and a versatile artist. I've always admired you, sir. And after knowing you personally, it's respect and more respect for you. Thank you so much for playing for Adrishya today. I'd like to call upon our vocalist for the evening, Vignesh Ravichandran. His soulful singing takes us to a different zone. And he's such a fun-loving person. But seriously, there's an extra special thank you to you for coordinating all the musician rehearsals for me. Thank you so very much. And it was really nice knowing you, Vignesh, a really nice person you are. And I truly enjoyed your company in the little breaks that we had. Thank you so very much for coming for Adrishya and singing for her. Thank you. I would like to next call upon Sandhya Anand, our violinist for the evening. People say that she's a lady of few words, and I think her violin does all the talking. It's always been a pleasure to hear you play the violin, and thank you for accepting to come for the rehearsal so early on a Sunday morning, a Mother's Day, leaving your little kids at home. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Our flautist for the evening, Vishweshwar. You have displayed you have displayed and complemented all the emotions through the instrument today. And I've always enjoyed you playing the flute as well. And you mesmerized us with your flute. Thank you so very much for being here for Adrishya today. Next, we would like to call upon Kabilan, who played the Ganjira. I've been playing you ever since I joined Shivajyoti. I mean, Adrishya joined Shivajyoti, not me. And he is such a good disciple. The way you have tuned yourself to match to the wavelength of your guru, I should say. Really, really good, and you're such a nice person too. Thank you, Kabilan, for coming for Adrishya and playing for her today. like to now call on Janaki Murthy Auntie. She has been working backstage today, helping up with Adrishya's costume changes and jewelry changes, and I was able to sit and watch in peace. I'm not that kind of a person, but today I was able to sit and watch in peace. So thank you so much, Janaki Auntie. And thank you, Dharani, who was there to help as well. Next, we would like to call on Gayatri and our MCs for the evening. Gayatri, your script was just amazing. The way you penned the words together for each and every performances, it just seemed wow. Thank you so much for spending time with us and writing it all for us. And also thank the MCs for delivering this, the script so well. Our senior kids from Shivajyoti, Ananya, Lakshmi, and Kirtana. Could you please come onto the stage? Next, I would like to thank our videographer for the evening, Satish. He was the man behind the lens during the photo shoot, and what tremendous amount of patience he has. We had the photo shoot going on from like morning till 1 a.m. in the night, and he had so much of patience. I was like getting tired, but he and Auntie, both of them worked together to get such beautiful pictures. Thank you, Satish, for all the beautiful pictures that you have given us as memory. Thank you. Satish. We would like to call on the photographer for the evening, Mukesh. Could you please come on to the stage? May I now call upon Korean sir, who has helped with this flawless audio today. And thank you, sir, for readily agreeing to do all the audio effects and making it all happen today. Thank you so much. I would like to thank Manju Bhargava and Ramesh Garu, who helped with all the coordination and with the lobby decorations and dining arrangements for the day. Thank you, Manju. Could you please come on to the stage? Thanks to Anil Tadimala Garu, who has been assisting with the audio arrangements and lighting today. I hope he's here at the premises. He's not there here. Okay. Moving on, today's day wouldn't have been possible without so many people who have helped me get through this. And first, I would like to thank my parents, who have been so supportive right from the start of the Arangetram preparations. They made everything easy and seamless, with helping me with buying the costumes and little accessories that I needed from India. A special mention to my over-enthusiastic mom. She was always ready to go for shopping, and whenever I asked for something, I used to think maybe by the weekend she would do it, but the very next day she used to be at the store, and she will call me the very morning and ask me if this is okay and that is okay and stuff like that. So thanks to her. And yeah, coming like 2 months early and taking up the kitchen was like such a relief for me. So thank you, Amma, for everything. And Appa, of course, he usually takes in charge of arranging for everything, in India, of whatever, functions used to happen. He used to be forward and arranging things. But I wanted to show him I can do it too. So I made him rest. And he was, every day he used to come to me and ask, did you remember to do this? Did you write it down? Did you, try to pack it up or something like that? So thank you, Appa, for all those reminders. And I have to thank so many other people who have helped in some way or the other. I'll start off by thanking my Chitti and Chittappa, who have helped my parents shop in India, and they have come all the way from Chennai to be here for the event. Thank you, Chitti and Chittappa. I'd like to thank my sister-in-law, Anitaka and Surya Mama. They have been guiding me right from the start because they had all the experience that they did the Arangetram before me, and they had all the experiences, so they used to share what I should be doing and what I should not. Thank you, Mama and Akka. My brother Vasant and Bhuvana, they're not here today, but they have helped me shop. I haven't left anybody. I have made everybody shop for me. So thank you. Thank you, Kannan Uncle, who has translated the book from Tamil to English about Chidambaram for me, so that I was able to do the write-up for the brochure today. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming all the way from Hyderabad and locally traveling from Michigan. Thank you, Pratap, for bringing them here. I thank all my cousins and friends who have traveled from all different parts of the US to be here for the event. Thank you, everyone. A special thanks to my childhood bestie, Divya, who helped me find Hurricane Padyam and translated the Tiruthiru Javarala. She was the reason why I took up Tiruthiru Javarala, and I made Adrishya. I requested Auntie to choreograph for it, so thank you, Divya. Vedavati, who has helped me whatever I needed in Parsipani, because it was a long drive. For anything that I used to look on to her, and she truly helped me. Thank you, Veda. My friend Lavanya, who personally took so much of effort in making the return gifts for our guests today. Thank you, Lavanya. She's in India, she's in Chennai. Thank you, Lavanya. I'd like to thank my friends, Fatima, Sukanya, Archana, everybody. They were a huge, huge support for me. And right from the start of the Arangetram, though Fatima was like in Boston, she used to just call me to make sure that the arrangements was going well, and she used to give me the support. Thank you, Fatu. Geeta Mami, Santana Mama, Vaidehi Auntie, Pratap, Maitreyi, Sripati, Tulasi, Ramana, Ramya, Anand, Ashwin, Maitra, Babu, Anna, Pavana. My heart really swelled looking at all of you here today. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I've missed any of the names, because there are too many cousins out here, so I'm really sorry. And finally, but this wholehearted gratitude is to the Shivajyoti family, the moms, the kids, and the whole family together. Without them, I don't think I would have been able to just sit down peacefully and sit and watch the performances. They were a huge, huge, huge support for me, starting from Nandini, who stayed really late night till the photo shoot was done. Thank you, Nandini. Nandini, Pravina, Sharanya. Whenever there were moments when I was down, I did not know how I was going to put this through, but they were always there backing me up and encouraging me and telling me this is all possible and I can do it. So thank you all. Thanks to Aarti, Savitri, Meera, Durga, Sumati, Pratibha, Meenakshi, and a lot of others too. There are like a lot of people, it's just not occurring in my mind, but thanks to all of you. The senior moms were like a guidebook for me. Anything that I needed, I just had to turn their pages, and they used to tell me what I need to do. So thank you so much. It was without you people, I don't think this day would have been possible. Thanks for all the backstage help and everything. And there were a lot of friends who constantly kept asking me if I needed any help. Thank you so much. I was really touched by all of your just asking me that if I needed any help. Thank you so much. I might have missed a lot of them in the flow of the talk, but thank you all. And finally, thank each and every one of you present here who have come all the way to support and bless Adrishya today. Without you people, this day wouldn't have been as grand. So thank you so, so very much. We have our Tilana and Mangalam, after which we request you to all proceed towards the dining hall for dinner. Thank you so much.
I really apologize for speaking out of turn, but it is my distinct honor and privilege to tell you all, share with you all that we have in our midst a doyen of Bharatanatyam, a person who I'm actually very, very fortunate to say that I was her classmate back in high school in India. But today she is such a name for herself. She has shouldered the legacy of Bharatanatyam, and like Auntie is in the Northeast, she has been spreading this torch of Bharatanatyam in the rest of the United States, and now she's in New Jersey. She got her doctorate in exploring the depths of Bharatanatyam at University of California, Davis. She is this person needs no introduction. I'm sure all of you have heard the name Sri Madurai R. Muralidharan multiple times. In every margam of aunties, in every creative work you have heard, I'm sure students, parents alike. She has been, this person that I'm talking about, Dr. Deepa Mahadevan, was Sri Madurai R. Muralidharan's senior student who has been as much, carrying on his legacy here in the United States. And Tejshwani auntie asked me to request the presence of Dr. Deepa Mahadevan on stage. And Deepa, if you're here, please, please, please come on stage. We're so honored to have such a, we nominate you as a spontaneous chief guest of today's event. I hope you don't mind. I'm sure you will not mind. Please join us and allow us to give you this humble token of our appreciation for your presence here today. We are so fortunate to have you in our midst. Yeah, please come, and you can't escape without speaking a few words. So thank you.
Namaskaram. Thank you so much. This is so generous of Teji auntie for allowing me to do this. And this is, I didn't even expect it. I was just wanting to come and see because I wanted to understand, and learn more about her teaching style because I've heard so much about her from Muralidharan sir. He's worked with her, and even the first time I spoke to her on the phone, she was so effusive in her celebration of everything that she touches, I think. She was celebrating me, she was celebrating Muralidharan sir, she's just such a positive energy. Like when I spoke to her, I was like, whoa, it's like something just hit me. It is like a bundle of energy, and even today when I met her in the backstage, she just embraced me with all her love, and I thought that was so beautiful. And I've been watching this Arangetram from word go. Like, I was here right at the beginning. I didn't want to miss any part of it, and I could not leave. I had to stay and watch how this child performs. Adrishya was brilliant. I thought she held on to her stamina, her stage presence, her aplomb, her confidence. I'm sure she draws it from Teji Auntie's, work that she has put into it. It was so obvious, the kind of work that both of them have put into this, the yagam, I would say, the kind of journey that they have done. So very, very humbled, very inspired. In fact, I'm messaging my daughter saying, look, this kid is 14 years old and she's doing so well. You better dance right now. Actually, I sent her the message right now. So I'm like, it is an amazing feat, and I'm so in love with the orchestra. It is so nice to watch each and every one of you carry this. Carry this so beautifully with, and there is the smiles and the kind of nods and acknowledgement. There's a little performance happening out there. Most people, they see the dancer perform, but being part of the orchestra, I know how it is. It's like an equal amount of performance that we put in on the side to support the artist, and taking Muralidharan sir's pieces is no joke, because there's like pages and pages of notes, and the Tamil, the rhythmic intricacies. I think it was done complete justice to. So I am very inspired, very humbled, and to be amidst you. And I love the attention to detail in everything, even the dressing of the comparing children and everything. And there was so much love in this place. I'm so happy that I had an opportunity to bask in that love. Thank you so much for giving me the space to just be here and share this day with all of you. Lots of best wishes for Adrishya. It's amazing that she's doing this when she's 14. She has her whole life ahead of her. She just rock to just do so many things with her dance, explore, and read and study and do so much more. Thank you so much, Teji Auntie. You are brilliant. I'm so humbled to be here, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Really, really appreciate it. So generous of you. Thank you.
Rasikapriya Tillana. The Tillana is the brisk conclusion to a Bharatanatyam recital. It employs intricate rhythmic variations set to a soaring melody where the dancer loses herself purely to rhythm and movement. Composed in a specific raga and tala, the Tillana comprises of 3 parts: the Pallavi, Annupallavi, and Charanam that contains a Sahityam. This Tillana is in praise of Lord Ganesha. I bow to the majestic elephant-faced Lord, the bestower of boons, the fulfiller of desires, the remover of obstacles. I pray to the compassionate Lord who nullifies past karma and averts future strife and misery. I surrender to the merciful Lord who protects the devotee who seeks refuge. Tillana in Ragam Rasikapriya, Matyatalam, composed in Tamil by Sri Madurai R. Muralidharan.
Nadritadim tatana dirana dirana tadi. Nadritadim tatana dirana dirana tadi. nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana tadi nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim tatana dirana dirana dadim dirana tomdrida dani dana dillana nadrida dim dim tatana dirana dirana dadi nadre dadim tatana dirana dirana dadi dirana tomre dadani tanadillana tanadirana dadaradani dirana dim dim tadingina todam dim dirana udaradani dumdradam tam tadingina tom dumdradim nadiradim tadaradam tam tadingina tom nadiradim tatana dirana dirana tadim dirana dumdradan tanadillana nadiradim tatana dirana dirana tadim dirana dumdradani danadillana nadiradim tatana dirana dirana tadim வரம் தரும் வாரணமுகனே வரசித்தி விநாயகனே வரும் துயர் களைந்திட வணங்கினேன் வாமன ரூபனே வரவல்லப பெருமானே நினைத்தவர் அருள் கருணை வரம் தரும் வாரணமுகனே வரசித்தி விநாயகனே வரும் துயர் களைந்திட வணங்கினேன் வாமன ரூபனே வரவல்லப பெருமானே நினைத்தவர் அருள் கருணை வரம் தரும் வாரணமுகனே வரசித்தி விநாயகனே வரும் துயர் களைந்திட வணங்கினேன் வாமன ரூபனே வரவல்லப பெருமானே நினைத்தவர் அருள் கருணை தாம் தஜம் தகதஜம் தகிடஜம் தாம் தாம் தரி தகதரி தகதிமி தாம் தாம் தகிட தகிட தாம் தஜம் தகதஜம் தகிடஜம் தாம் தாம் தரி தகதரி தகதிமி தாம் தாம் தகிட தகிட தாங்க தீங்கிணதும் தாங்க தீங்கிணதும் தாங்க தீங்கிணதும் ததிகிடதும் தாங்க ததிகிடதும் தாங்க ததிகிடதும் ததிகிடதும் தாங்க ததிகிடதும் 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 நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம் திரனா அதும் தானி தனதலான நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம் திரனா தும் தானி தனதில்லான நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம் திரனா தானி தனதில்லான நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம் அதும் தானி தனதில்லான நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம் திரனா அதும் தானி தனதில்லான நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம் நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம் நாத்ரத தீம் தத்தன திரன திரன தரீம்
We now request our Guru, Srimati Tejaswini Raj, to address the audience and award Adrishya her Margam completion certificate.
What an evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And all my friends and families who's watching this Arangetram through live. My namaskارams to all of you. As the director of Shivajyoti Dance Academy and as a dance teacher, it gives me great pleasure to introduce my student, Adrishya Amaresh, to you. Welcome to the first Arangetram of this year, and what makes it so special is that it is the first from our Cranberry branch. And today's event is a culmination of all Adrishya's diligence and regular practice since she joined our school in 2013. Adrishya has always been a hard-working student who sincerely practiced and came to class every week. She was always attentive in class and has been a good example to the other students. She's great at emoting expressions with her face, as well-balanced nrita and good sense of rhythm. I have always been impressed with her ability to grasp and retain the choreography, no matter how complex it is. As all the Shivajyoti students know, Sir Muralidharan's choreographed compositions are no joke to learn and execute without a flaw. I'm fortunate I have my guru A.R. Balaskandan, who just sees that I better do the right job. I'm grateful to have a guru like A.R. Balaskandan. No matter how complex it is, her Varnam has 9 jatis of Shri Muralidharan's. And as you witnessed today, she danced with much ease and agility. My gratitude to the mother of Adrishya, Vinodini Veeramani, who instilled in her sense of discipline. Adrishya's sense of discipline was especially apparent during our practice sessions and made our practice run smoothly. Veenu has also done a tremendous job in designing the brochures and invites. I also appreciate the support given by Adrishya's dad, Amaresh, and her grandparents towards this Arangetram. Someone once said, teamwork is the secret that makes common people achieve uncommon results. I would like to thank my very hard-working team that you see on stage today. As well as those off stage and behind the stage. I'm very grateful to my guru A.R. Balaskandan, who dutifully joins us for every Arangetram and is instrumental in making sure every Arangetram is a success. I would like to thank Vignesh, our singer, who has given his valuable time to lend his magic voice for this Arangetram. Thanks to our other talented regulars, Sandhya Anand, our violinist today. Many of our students are in the auditorium. The less I said is better because she is something very, very special to her students, to every artist, every team. So we are very grateful for Sandhya to be part of Shivajyoti. Thanks to Vishweshwar, another very skilled artist on the flute, who's so magic bamboo. I like to call this magic bamboo. Basically, bamboo is just a piece of wood. Like Lord Krishna, he blew the life into every lifeless bamboo to bring life with this magic flute. I think he's mesmerized whole universe. So today in this Arangetram, I think Vishweshwar played his magic flute to accompany Adrishya to bring to the highlights of her magic in her dance. Thanks to Kabilan Jagannathan. Actually, he's my fellow student. But the secret is, please don't tell anybody. He knows more than me. Kabilan Jagannathan, our Kanjira artist, accompanying the musicians today, and for being a valuable part of the team. My gratitude to our offstage team, Gayatri Subramaniam, Janaki Murthy, Satish Balasubramaniam, Shrikant, Anil Tadrimala, to tolerating all my students' parents, harassing him, doesn't matter what time. Anil, can you fix this stage rehearsal? Anil, can you arrange for this? Can you? And he will just say, yes, Amma, yes, Amma, yes, Amma. So it's a wonderful people. I think I'm surrounded by God's grace. Volunteers from the Shiva Jyoti family. And anybody else I have forgotten, but ensuring the success of this and every Shiva Jyoti Arangetram. Thank you, you audience, for sitting there. It's such a beautiful feeling when we have a house full. You know, the artists also get really energy. It's just not the performer and the musicians. Actually, you have contributed tremendous energy to this performance. It's no joke. Thank you so much. And we have an artist. Thank you. Artist Deepa Mahadevan. I'm sure Gayatri announced about her. I was in a state of a shock. I said, Deepa is here. I said, oh my God, because she knows the hardcore work of Muralidharan sir. And there is no way anybody can fool her. She's that strong with the rhythm. She's rhythm and you name it, and she's running her own institute. And it is the first time I think we had an artist who knows whatever we did on the stage. So I'm very happy to see her. Looking forward to seeing her more. I will now present the certificate of achievement to Adrishya Amaresh for successfully completing Margam in Bharatanatyam from the Shiva Jyoti Dance Academy. Thank you, dear friends.
Let us now hear from the dancer herself. We request Adrishya to share her thoughts with all of us here.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to see me perform. I want to start off by thanking one of the most important people that have been with me throughout this entire journey, my mom. Amma, thank you for everything. You never gave up on me regardless of the countless headaches I gave you. You always took your time to do my makeup for performances and competitions, and when the eyeliner wasn't coming out well, I knew not to test your patience. You single-handedly photoshopped all the brochures and invitations, edited the audios whenever it was needed, and ran around for all the decorations for today's event. Throughout this entire year, those hour-long car drives are memorable for our conversations, whether it was stories about our family or me getting lectured because I didn't dance well that day. Whatever it was, you were the basis of me becoming a better dancer. Daddy, thank you for making sure I was being well fed. You always gave me daily reminders to eat bananas because they were good for you, and now I love bananas. You, you probably gave me more information about the food than what is actually written on the nutrition label. Saisha, thank you for not bothering me at least this past month, and closing my door whenever there's a spider in the premises and when I'm busy practicing dance. Thank you for entertaining everybody with your flute. It actually sounded good, and actually I didn't hear it, but I'm assuming it sounded good, and I think you might be also better than me at flute, but don't say that ever again. Also, stop giving me your badams because you don't eat them. Okay. Okay. Auntie, you have been a significant member of my life for these past 9 years. You taught me everything about discipline and self-control and a lot of other things that are necessary for my life. Everything that I learned from you came from all of those fun and eventful Thursday, Friday, and Sunday classes. All those stories you told, from the meaning behind an item to you asking the people of a ragam of the song and they kept shushing you, were the highlight of my day. You helped me learn so many things that I never knew I was capable of doing. I'm so grateful that I was able to be under your teaching and guidance. And also, you did make me feel like a princess today. Thank you to all the musicians who made sure everything sounded perfect before we packed up for the day. I appreciate you all coming from multiple rehearsals and making sure that I was comfortable. Each and every one of your talents was put together for a perfect accompaniment to all my items. Thank you to my Amma and Tata for all the support and blessings you have given me for every performance I have. You helped with all the shopping for the Arangetram and made Amma's life a lot easier. Thank you, Amma, for making me food every day I come back from school. Thank you to all my other family members for also encouraging me throughout this entire journey. And a special thanks to Rupu and Deepu Akka for always being there whenever I needed someone to talk to. Thank you to Gayatri Auntie for writing the perfect MC script that thoroughly described all of my items. Your elaboration and details are what brought my entire Margam together. Thank you to all the MCs today, Kirtana, Ananya, and Lakshmi. Thank you to for all the backstage help with the quick and efficient costume changes from help with Janaki Auntie and Dharani Auntie. Thank you to all those other parents who also played a role in helping set up today and making sure my mom can lean back on someone. I also wanted to thank my super senior group for being my moral support throughout these 5 years we were together. You have all been such a big part of me, and you were basically my family. Shreya, you were my day one. If it weren't for you, for online Zoom classes and your family's great devotion to Periyava, I wouldn't have such a beautiful shlokam added to my Pushpanjali. Aishu, you were one of the sweetest people I know. If it weren't for you and Sadia, Konjum Sanangai wouldn't have been brought back to life. Sahana, you are definitely a character with an interesting personality. I love our calls where you keep blabbing on for hours, and I also love that you blackmailed me into mentioning you today, so thank you for that. And a big thank you to the rest of my Shiva Jyoti family for being such a big part of me throughout these years. There are so many others that I can possibly include, so I'm sorry if I didn't. But thank you all for your support. I love you all and have a good night.
Mangalam. Mangalam, or the summation of the Bharatanatyam Arangetram, is an expression of gratitude to God, the Guru, the artists, family, and the Rasikas. Thank you, one and all, for being a part of Adrishya's Arangetram. Right after the conclusion of the Mangalam, please proceed to the dining hall where dinner will be served. Namaskaram. Mangalam, Raga Malika, Rupakatalam, lyrics by Srimati Radhamani Varadachari, music by Sri Prashant Sridhar.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुदाप्ते शङ्कादिदिव्यायुत सत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण। जयमङ्गलं नित्यशुभमङ्गलं जयमङ्गलं नित्यशुभमङ्गलं श्रीविघ्नराजनुக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் அன்னை உமையவள் பாலனுக்கு சுபமங்கலம் கொள்ளும் ஸ்ரீவள்ளி லோலனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் வீர சிவசக்தி வேலனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் வேதஸ்வரூபிணிக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் இனிய வீணாவாணிக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் நான்மறை நாயகர்க்கு சுபமங்கலம் திவ்ய கலைவாணி நாதனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் பார்க்கடல் அன்னைக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் எங்கள் ஸ்ரீரங்கநாயகிக்கு சுபமங்கலம் ஒளி கௌஸ்துபகாரனுக்கு சுபமங்கலம் எழில் கமலகாந்தனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் அகிலாண்ட நாயகிக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் தேவி ஸ்ரீ துர்கை அம்மனுக்கு சுபமங்கலம் சீற்றம்பலவாணருக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் எங்கள் ஆனந்த உதனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் ஆலிலையில் துயில்பவனே ஜெயமங்கலம் தோழும் மாவினங்கள் காப்பவனே ஜெயமங்கலம் மதுர வேணுகான கண்ணனுக்கு சுபமங்கலம் புனித கீழோபதேசனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் மீன்விழியாளனைக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் செல்குமரி வளகல்னிக்கு சுபமங்கலம் சாமகான லோலனுக்கு சுபமங்கலம் பெரும் குளிர்மலை வாசனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் கோதண்டபாணிக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் எழில் வைதேகி ராமனுக்கு சுபமங்கலம் ஸ்ரீராமதூதனுக்கு சுபமங்கலம் திவ்ய ஸ்ரீஆஞ்சநேயனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் சிவகாம சுந்தரிக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் துயர் சிவகங்கை அம்மைக்கு சுபமங்கலம் சிவகுருநாதன் திருவடிக்கு சிவமங்கலம் திவ்ய சிவஜோதி ரூபனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் திவ்ய பரஞ்சோதி ரூபனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் திவ்ய சிவஜோதி ரூபனுக்கு ஜெயமங்கலம் நித்ய சுபமங்கலம் நித்ய ஜெயமங்கலம் நித்ய